Okay guys, back here on the what I'll call the last video of assembly. As you can see, I did go with black screws and actually countersunk them a bit and got countersink screws. Maybe just make it look a little more neat, in my opinion anyway. The countersunk, I realized the top was a lot more crooked than I had thought, because this screw hole kind of got boogered up. So maybe I'll find some trim to put around this one of these days. Not really sure. It's going to be kind of out of sight in the kitchen anyway, but yeah, that. Now in the video it looks a little more crooked than it is. I think it's just because it's not sitting in there. But the switch is on. And I wanted to do a video of this putting together, but like I said, I only have a cell phone camera, so I only have one hand. So here's everything more or less assembled. I got some dielectric grease, but it didn't harden up, so I used hot glue to hold the heat sink on the amp. Hopefully that works out okay. The switch, I can't really plug these until I get it closer into the box. But as you can see, the wiring is all taped up. I was going to double-sided tape these resistors down, but I couldn't quite get... the cords weren't long enough. So one day I might fix that. I might not bother with it. More likely the latter. Now as you can see, I used an auxiliary input to go into the Bluetooth device. Sorry, it's really cramped in there. And it's got a quick disconnect. I did double-side tape this and this down. One thing I forgot to mention about the Bluetooth device. This top piece comes off, and there's actually an option if you buy some resistors and buttons to add buttons to this. I think it does like stop, fast forward, rewind, next song, things like that. I may eventually do that, I may not, because it's going to be mostly controlled by my phone anyway for music, so I doubt I'll need that. Kind of hold this in place while I flip around to the back. And now this is something I plan on fixing. Spin it around there. Yes, my desk is a mess. This is the power input, and this is the auxiliary input. It is just literally sticking to the hole. Let me see if I can grab it and pull it out a bit there. Because these holes are too big for this. And it's kind of got the thread-on type. That's very hard to do. Yeah, it doesn't really work, but it's a thread-on type connector, just similar to this. But the plan is when I build a new back cover, which I do have one cut out, I just need to paint it and everything, is to put them both down here on the bottom, and I'll just need to drill a smaller hole for this one. These holes actually for the power plug were actually the perfect size, so that's good. I did test everything, but unfortunately I can't really put it together with the camera in my hand also. So what I'll do is I will put this all together. I mean, you see how it goes, how it's all put together and whatnot. I'm just knocking stuff down. So we'll put it together, and unfortunately, to test it, I will need a second camera, because like I said earlier, I'm using my phone because that's pretty much all I have right now. So I'll need a phone to take a video and a phone to hook up to the Bluetooth. But I will be getting a work phone in a couple days. So once I get that, we can test with that. So I will go ahead and cut this off here. We'll put it together, and the next video should be me testing this thing out. And after that, we'll go ahead and do a back cover, and maybe in the near future work on adding buttons to control it and possibly a battery solution. So until then, I will leave you with this shot of the back. Enjoy.